Hello. Something interesting happened yesterday. I want to tell you. You know, I have a grandma and she lives in St. Petersburg, Russia. She lives alone and I'm the only relative that she has. So she spent New Year's Eve alone, and yesterday was her birthday. It was her birthday and I couldn't really do anything except upload a video, and Kostya, thank you very much for helping me put the video together. She did enjoy that. And then I discovered that I have a worshipper who lives in St. Petersburg as well, which is really amazing. And he delivered flowers, cake, and what else was it? Tea to Grandma's house. And they had a conversation and I think drank some coffee together, wine even. Amazing, amazing, amazing. This made me so happy that somebody is helping me look after my grandma, and she is very high on my priority list in life. Health and grandma is at the highest top priority because I don't have my mother anymore. I don't have any brothers and sisters, and my dad lives really far away, so I'm pretty much alone. And of course I have this family, you, my community, my worshippers, but also grandma is my blood relative and I must look after her. I have to look after her. This made me really, really happy. Thank you so much for looking after her. And this means a lot more than anything that you could really do to me, because if you make her happy, you're making me happy. And you had a question, and I would love to answer your question. I would like to help with some advice. So number 391 you are, aren't you? Your question was that when you talk to people, when you communicate with people and say your girlfriends or potential girlfriends, you find it really hard to carry a conversation. And when you meet a wall of silence, you tend to get a bit nervous, lost, and pretty much want to back out of the conversation, leave. And yeah, it's a common problem. Where does it come from? Lack of confidence, I could say, but then you don't seem like the person who lacks confidence. But then the only reason that I can see is the lack of genuine interest in the other person. Because if you're genuinely interested in the other person, then there is no room for silence. The questions flow and flow and flow and flow. And there's millions of questions that would take years and years to ask if you never stop talking. But where does this genuine interest in other people come from? Comes from the vault. Yeah, it's in there too. And you can maybe fish it out somehow, because it will help you with a lot of communication. You know what most people are interested in? Especially women, what they want to talk about with a man. Most men think that they should be funny and have a good sense of humor and tell them all sorts of fun stuff and talk about maybe shopping or famous people getting married and divorced. No, everybody is interested in one subject the most. Themselves. They love themselves. You do, I do, and this is the subject we know most about and feel most passionate about, most interested at any time of any life. I mean, yes, your friend can be in the hospital, you can be, I don't know, very interested in Thai language, but the subject of Thai language or your friend never beats the subject of the royal I and me and mine. And it can be your ideas, it can be your body, it can be your worries, it can be your disease, or whatever, your family, your daughter, your grandma, which is always number one in anybody's life. And you can say that, well, I don't really like to talk about myself. Yes, but you like to share your opinion and tell people what you think about certain subjects. It's still about you. We are the center of our universe. Like number 153A said that we are all the center of our universes, and we should be the center of our universes. There are so many centers. Don't forget that your goddess is the center of your universe, your larger universe, and you're just a small center of your universe. But this is the large center. So everything should come back to your goddess. Anyway, getting off the subject. Where was I with this idea? It's, blondes, you know, I lose track of ideas. Yes, people are interested in themselves. So this is the subject you will never go wrong with. The first, very obvious, if you have nothing to say, if you don't know what the person is thinking and is sitting there like stone face, no stone face, like glass face, you can't really get through them and see what their emotions are. Comment on their appearance. It's like, you know what, Lena, I think that you wearing your hair down looks really good. It just suits you even better than wearing it back in a bun. Sort of adds this femininity to your face, and it's like, hey buddy, you made my day. Or you can say, oh, it's a red looks nice, and yeah, I like that red. It's a deep color, and it adds to your lips. Is that a cool sort of fabric? Is that cotton? Because I think like wearing cotton in hot climate is quite nice. It lets the air through. Yeah. Oh, okay. Where did you get it from? I got it in Korea like years ago. Oh, okay, that's nice. It's also like some girls like to wear shorts and t-shirts, but there's still some girls who prefer to wear long dresses, and I think that's really nice and feminine and blah blah. So with their appearance, there's still a limit, but the girl will always say something. We're all obsessed with the way we look. Even guys. You know, it's like, oh, is my hair alright? Is it all falling out? It's not as much as it used to be, and yeah, do I still look masculine? Do you think I need more muscles on my arms? And guys are as much concerned with their appearance as girls are. You can argue that, maybe not, I'm just not a typical girl, and you know, appearance. Then when you get past the appearance and you get the girl's goodwill, start digging inside and say, whatever they're doing at the moment, oh, I see you're recording some videos, and I know that you've been recording these videos for like months and you didn't skip a day, and I'm sure like on some days you didn't feel like it and you were busy, but how come? Where did you find the motivation to spend like half an hour a day on recording these videos for us, for your worshippers? And she would tell you this and this and this and this, because this is what she does. That's her daily project. And it's very true that on some days, rarely, but some days you really don't see the time when you can record the video, but you still have to make the time, because this is the commitment your goddess made to her worshippers. And when I make a commitment, I stick to it, like yoga every morning, 365 days a year. I can skip 5 days a year, but still do it 360 times. There is no room for slacking off. The same with this. and then you can say, well, how do you feel about it? How do you feel talking to a camera? How do you feel about our feedback? I know you get some nasty comments as well, but what do you think of this, and this? And I like your ideas. Where do you get your ideas from? Have you read any books? Oh, you haven't? Then where do you get the ideas from? And so on. It's an endless conversation, but you have to forget everything else for the moment that you're talking to this person, be it somebody on the street, or in a bus, or your future partner, can become your wife perhaps. You want a long relationship with that person. Be genuinely interested in them, in what they have to say, and you will find something you can learn from them and learn about them that will bring out a conversation. You don't have to talk about your common interests. Say if she likes to play chess and you like to play chess, you're going to talk about playing chess. Yeah, that won't last you very long, because she will switch her interest to something else and you will too. And then what? We can't talk about chess anymore. It has to be about yourselves. That's the only subject, because there is always something being generated inside. New feelings, new emotions. We grow, we discover things inside ourselves. What you learn, talking about ideas rather than talking about events outside, is using your inner vault, which is in both of you, both in you and the person you're communicating with. So dig into the vault and find this genuine interest in the other person, whoever they are. They're just another you, and you are interested in yourself, so you must be as interested in them for that minute as you are in yourself. Oh, so, she will be my grandma, my daughter, my hair, my job, my ideas. This is when you ask her questions. What about your ideas? What about your grandma? What about your dress? What about your hair? What about your videos? What about your project? Very easy. And the conversation lasts. Silence. Don't be afraid of silence. My monk friend, Buddhist monk in a Korean monastery, he went silent for 3 years. And he recommended that I do the same. And I said, well, I might try like 3 weeks. I lasted 3 hours. It is extremely hard. You explode. But silence is not such a bad thing, because there are all sorts of other ways to communicate. Our eyes, our vibes, what we think of the other person, our body language. So it's like, am I interested in you if I'm like this? So what do you have to say? Like, no, I'm really skeptical, and it looks like the person doesn't want to know anything about you. If they're looking at their watch, if they're checking their messages, if they are just looking out somewhere, looking like they're not here, they're there, or inside their mind. So you have to show the person that I am interested in you, I'm listening, I'm getting closer to you, I'm calm, my hands are not doing anything, I'm not playing with my hair, I'm not doing like, I am listening to you, I'm yours, my attention is all yours, and then the fountain will flow. You just have to start, just spark it and rise in flames of self-talk. And it's not a bad thing if you want to build a connection with the other person. It's not a bad thing. I'm really excited about one idea. This is enough on one subject. One idea, the future project, the project of my sanctuary, and perhaps I'll make a separate video right now. Yeah, okay.